So I want to do something really soft, very simple, but this right here is speaking to me. Just little tiny hints. I just feel like this is going to be so summery, so bronzy, and I want to use the bronze. Y'all reminded me of something. I'm an absolute makeup goblin, and I know that I was supposed to use this yesterday. Oh, sorry, this one. And I'll do another smoky eye with it. We'll just do a little bit different colors. We'll do very red, very warm. But I forgot. But I think we should still use this palette because I want to use this color. I think that'll be so pretty with this neon green. We're just going to use this a lot because whenever I'm reviewing a palette, I like to do more than one look. So we'll just leave it out. You stay there. And in case you're wondering, well, why don't we need a primer with this? This is going to set on its own. It does not need to be set in any way. It just dries. It doesn't dry that quickly, but I do like to snap. It dries rather quickly. We do have time to kind of blend over that. I'm using the side of the brush again. This one's completely dry. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of a demo just to kind of tap it around, get a really nice, smooth, even blend. But you don't need to set it. And then if I use any kind of base under it, especially a tacky base, it's going to completely change the formula of this, and then it won't set. And then we would need to add shadows on top. And when it's really, really hot outside, this type of formula is just, it's the way to go. So I'm filming a TikTok. I'm filming some summer makeup tips. I'll be posting that here, don't you worry. And I'll be talking about it here. So I am going to go in with this. We'll kind of layer on top of it. I want to mention, when you use a tacky base, you're going to get more impact. You're going to get more out of your shimmers. It's just going to be very pigmented. You're going to be able to layer differently, but when it's 102 and 92% humidity, like where I live, I want thin layers. I want as little on my face as possible. Not even because it's more comfortable, but because it's going to wear so much better. So I'm using my About Face liquid shadow or liquid pigment. I'm taking the side of the brush. I'm just kind of moving this around. No eyeshadow base. We've talked about that, but I have a lot of new supporters recently. I love you. Welcome. We're one big happy family here. But we're going to skip eyeshadow base with this, and that's one less thing in the heat. I've been seeing a lot of celebrity artists. They take these warmer colors and they put them kind of into the brow. Kind of start that pre-shape on that nose. For me, I won't leave it this intense. It's basically a miniature powder underpaint, and it's a very warm underpaint. Definitely not a contour, but I am just going to dust this so whatever's left is used. That's fun. You can see it definitely kind of, this shape here, I want you to kind of see what it's doing. What it's doing is kind of bringing that eye this way. So it kind of helps to see where I'm pulling this brush, and then you're able to see where it's going, okay? It's kind of bringing the eye, everything out this way because this is already going upwards. This is going that way. Everything is going from here to here. Now you do not have to do anything. I actually love wearing it just like this, but we need to use this. So I'm just going to darken up just a little bit on the outer part of the eye, and then I'll top this with a shimmer in just a second. Perfect. It's basically what we have going on, but a little bit darker. Just adding a little bit of depth here. And I'm using the tip of the brush. This is still the inner brush. If you find yourself in a rush quite often, this is the brush for you. I'm just here to tell you where to grab it on the brush to kind of make it a little bit easier. So I'm grabbing that color on the tip of the brush because I'm actually going to have more control. Even though it's fluffy, the way that these bristles are shaped and how dense the bristles are, you have a lot more control, so you can kind of just press it where you want it, and then you could do some circular motions to kind of lightly blend. We want to hold it farther back if we want to do that. So we have very light pressure. Now I want you to see this shade. I'm not going to wear it this intense, but I want you to know that it's absolutely pigmented. Melt is known for some of the most pigmented shadows that I've ever seen. I'm going to apply it differently. I'm going to apply it with the fluffier brush. That means I'm not going to get the crazy pigment. Not a bad thing. It's not the look I'm going for. So I want you to realize that even your most pigmented shadows, you can wear them wildly intense, or you can just take a fluffy brush, and brushes make a difference on application. Okay, do you see how I've picked it up here on my brush, just on the one side? I'm going to take that and I'm just going to lightly press it to where it's just a shimmer, a light veil on the skin. Again, We could make it this intense. I will do more tutorials, but that's just not the look I'm going for today. And I want y'all to know that you can use your eyeshadows in so many different ways. And if you want to add a little bit of lift to the eye, grabbing that same brown, okay? Now I want you to see that the pointier side, y'all, this brush, so good. So the pointier side is gonna go towards my lashes, right? I'm just gonna press this here, and it's just gonna go at an angle. Okay, you see that? Just a little bit of shading, and it's just gonna add a little bit of lift. And all you have to do is tap. Don't even worry about pulling it, still tapping. Look at that cool little lift we get to the eye. Everything's at an angle, everything's lifted. And then all we have to do is, if you can't shut one eye at a time, all you gotta do is kind of look to the side and then just tap that and fill it in. Jean Bean, big snorts. Now I want to do a hint of this towards the front. And then once I get foundation, love it, it's fun. Just a whisper. But once I get the rest of my face on, it's gorgeous. We'll finish under here. And I'll just do kind of the same thing under there. You'll see. We're just not there yet. This is much easier to do into a mirror. One of my biggest makeup tips I can ever give y'all, use a mirror, don't use your phone. 98%, I'm just looking in my phone here. I'm doing my makeup in my phone. And then I'll come over here to my mirror and I'm like, oh, I can see, I can do this. I'm out of control. This is gorgeous. This is amazing. I'm gonna grab this liner. I just got this in the mail. It's from LH Cosmetics. They have really, really, really pretty liners. It's actually what I have here. See how pretty these are? Love them. If you're looking for some really cool colors, and these last so beautifully, I love these. I'm grabbing this one because I like the way that it matches this. Rokael Beauty. These are Moon Lite. These are my faves. I'm really gonna press them in there. Get them all the way in there. And this is from House of Lashes, my little tool, and I really like to press them. So they're still on the skin. They're not on my lash. And when I say they, I mean the falsies. But what I am doing is I'm kind of pushing my natural lash into it. So it's not being glued to it. There's no damage, but it's just kind of pushing them in there. So my natural lashes aren't going this way, and then the falsies are going this way. That's bad. So I have on bronzer. It looks wild because I'm teaching a technique. I know, wild, but you'll see the technique. I use this for bronzer, which I've shown before. Love it on me. If I'm any darker, it's probably not going to work, but it does still work. There is a darker shade though. And then this is what I have on for blush. So I have these two. So I'm using my Sephora collection. Remember, I'm filming. So if you're like, why you already got foundation on? I'm filming. You'll see the video. It's helpful. But right now I'm working this in. I haven't done my forehead. You'll get to see that blend in. I did one pump, but I think I need half a pump more. Love this foundation. It's actually one of my favorite foundations ever. And it's a great price too. So we're just going to work that in. C42, C42 in. Excited to post the video because it's going to have a lot of helpful tips. I feel like Story Family here might already know them, but I think I'm adding a couple more that y'all might not know, because I swear I come up with a new one every single day. That is what happens when you just sit and you play in your makeup, trying to help others. I'm literally sitting here trying to find ways, because I get tons of DMs of, can you help me with this? And I just sit here and I try to figure it out. That's what I'm here for. Natasha Denona concealer. I'm using R4. I believe this is R4. Let me check. Yep, I got too wild. Put a little bit here. Is there a whisper? Well, a whisper for me. Might be a whole scream for you. C31 concealer brush to blend it out. We like a tiny brush because a tiny brush is going to fit in here. And it's really going to work in concealer around fine lines and these little tiny hard to reach areas. Just gonna let y'all watch this side blend. I have no powder on my face, by the way. Tap a little over here. There's such a tiny amount on the brush. This is not going to mess with the eyeshadow in any way. Then I grab my C42 again, and then I just blend it this way. I don't take the C42 underneath my eye. The C31 did all of that, but I do like to melt it into the cheekbone and into the blush. Look at how seamless that looks. I need my juicy under eye, so I'm gonna set with my Makeup Forever shade medium. And of course, the Rosa Beauty, the setting puff. Work that in. Then I'm gonna set the center. I have to go hop on a call. I will be right back. We'll finish up. We're almost done anyways, but I have to hop on a call. All right, I'm back. Let's grab this LH pencil. This one's a different color. It's a little bit darker. Just gonna throw that under here. And then somewhere is my tiny little baby E27. It ran away. Found it. And remember this color, that more bronzy shade, that there should still be a little bit left on here. I'm just gonna press that in just to soften. Perfect. So that wasn't the name, and I could not find the name. It's probably my fault. I'm looking, it is my fault. I knew it. So the one I just put on, the darker one, is called Edge. And then that one that's on my waterline is called Bite. Now let's grab our neon liner, and I'm just going to connect it. It dries down a little bit darker. You'll be able to see that, but nothing too major. Isn't that fun? So easy to apply. Good times. Good times. I'm gonna put on a little bit of this gloss. I know it's really nude, but we're gonna do a lip liner. This is the shade Sweet Tooth. These are probably, I'm gonna say it, my favorite glosses at the moment. I love these glosses. Not sticky, so pigmented. They smell like vanilla, and the colors are just the colors I love. They're nude, they're pink. They're very white based, but with a lip liner, hang on, you'll see. Look at what a difference lip liner makes. This one's from Beauty Creations. It's so affordable, and I have a commission code. And listen, commission code means that I make money, but if you would like to use it, it's Rose. So I'm obviously gonna blend it some more, but I just thought it was so pretty. And also what I'm doing here, so I'm kind of matching here to here. I love doing that. These are very similar tones. Just keep blending. There you have it. All done. This is fun. This is a really fun way to kind of add a pop of color to maybe your favorite style of makeup. Maybe you like something even more natural than this, and you're just like, I want to do something fun. Just pop on a neon green, neon pink, neon orange. So pretty, so easy. I love y'all so much. I'm gonna post the Charlotte Tilbury, the new blush one, the comparison that I filmed yesterday. I'm gonna post that tonight. I'm so excited. I love you with all of my heart, and I'm excited to post what I'm filming right now, and then I'm gonna film something else. I have so many ideas. I feel so much better, and it just feels good to just sit here, feel this good, and talk about makeup. All right, I love y'all so much, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.